What's up? What's up? What's up? If it's not another session of damaged goods. So peep this out. Um, we're gonna take a little minute to reflect on the ones that we've lost. Through the addiction and the let's bring awareness to this opioid crisis that we got going on with the synthetic heroin, fentanyl, um, Percocets, oxycodone, codeine, what they call syrup. You know what I'm saying? All these different opioids that's been attacking our youth. It wasn't so much of a problem as long as it was black people falling off, or people of the minority. But since the white folks have been dying off, I guess it's been more of a awareness being brought about, since that's been a situation. You know what I'm saying? Which is sad, but I mean it's just the world that we live in. So, let's jump right into it. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm an ex-addict or what have you, and this here is for my brothers and sisters who having a hard time dealing with this. You're not alone, and it's not going to be an easy journey, but it's one that you can beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to you with open arms and an open mind as well. There's no situation that you can explain to me that you've been in that I haven't dealt with or have had a similar situation of myself. I mean, everything from sleeping into crack houses, trap houses, shooting galleries, been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? To where I'd rather get loaded than buy me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I've been that same guy. You know what I mean? Not being able to walk in and look at my people in their face, you know what I'm saying? Because, the person that I am, the person that I've become, you know what I mean? Feeling left out, feeling alone, feeling misunderstood, used. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, anything to support my habit was who I had become. You know what I'm saying? A heartless guy. You know what I'm saying? Who was into it, with any and everybody, behind mine. Once upon a time, my addiction was my first priority and my only priority. You know what I'm saying? And as they say, by any means necessary, you know what I'm saying? At one particular time, I had more game than Fisher Price. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was as manipulative as they get. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't one or another thing that I wouldn't be able to make happen to get mine, you dig? Saying God that'll take your dope and help you look for it, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that was me, you feel me? But we gonna thank God that that's not the situation today, you know what I mean? Thank my higher power that I've overcome and I'm in the position to help others overcome as well. Excuse me. I have many friends, relatives, and loved ones that I have lost to the struggle. And I just refuse to lose anyone else if I can help it. So, let's talk about this here, Let's reflect on what it takes, the struggle, the work that you have to put in to become a part of society once again. One of the hardest parts of dealing with being an addict is the boredom, having that free time. You know what I'm saying? So my advice would be, to pick up a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Something that you enjoy doing or something that you used to enjoy doing. Try to fall back into that pattern. You know what I'm saying? If you got to get your little part-time gig or something, a little job to kind of occupy your mind, because this is something that's going to be necessary throughout your recovery. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go to a rehab, you know what I'm saying, and say, all right, well, now that I'm clean, I'm not going to hang with this one, I'm not going to hang with that one, I'm not going to go here, I'm not going to go there. I mean, you're lying to yourself. You have to have a plan, you know what I'm saying? So you have to have goals set, you know what I mean? You have to have certain things in place, you know, so that you don't fall, because temptation is, I mean, so easy to come by, so easy to fall into. You know, it only take 5 seconds. That's as much as it takes for it to become a mind thing. You know, once it's in your mind, it is hard as hell to remove. You know, you don't feel as if you just feel like once it's in your mind, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to feel right until you've gotten loaded, you've gotten high, whatever the situation may be. And shortly after, you know, you're going to be like, oh man, all of that for that. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm back to square one. And honestly, the way I thought about it is, if you think about the amount of time you spend sober working on trying to get loaded, the amount of time that you spend that you're not high, you know what I'm saying, and you sacrifice everything in the world for that 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour of distressed feeling that you're loaded or intoxicated or whatever the case may be. And, you know, after that, you're right back to square one. The hustle and bustle, you know what I'm saying? The pay to wake up. That's no way to live. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's actually a form of insanity. You have to be crazy, and most of us are. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's the life, the road that we live by. And even though, you know what I'm saying, it's a better life outside of that, you know what I'm saying, we've convinced ourselves that it's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? That it's okay, it's cool, but it is not. Far from all right. You know what I mean? But with that being said, we're gonna reflect on the medical industry right now. You know what I'm saying? The poison that they've put out that now they're being sued for, the opioid epidemic, you know, which was their goal in the beginning. But like I said, as long as everybody was asleep, you know, it wasn't enough rich people involved dying off, so it wasn't a problem. It wasn't a situation, but now it is. So that's something that definitely needs to be addressed. So we're going to speak on the Suboxone, the Subutex, Methadone, and this new miracle drug called Vivitrol, the Vivitrol shot, which is an amazing drug, might I add. It is definitely the new miracle drug, and I'll explain more toward the end of this video. But to reflect on the Suboxone and the Subutex. Now, a lot of people misuse this drug. They go to these treatment facilities and they get a script, and what they wind up doing is selling the drugs, the Suboxone, in order to get loaded, which is going backwards, of course, but it's a way to support their habit. You know what I'm saying? And even though it's insanity, it's crazy. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, I just feel like you're stopping one drug for another one, because your dependency might leave for the heroin, but the dependency is going to go to the Suboxone or the Subutex, because if you don't have that drug, you're going to go into withdrawals, which is going to be exactly the same as the withdrawals that you would go through being a heroin addict. So my thing is just to dig deep, to find whatever your higher power is, if it's reading the Quran, if it's God, Jesus, Buddha, whoever it is that you need to reach out to, greater than yourself, to help you achieve greatness and success, is what you need to do. But, you know, substituting another drug for that drug is not the way. I would advise anyone in their right mind, don't play yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready to clean up yourself and get yourself together, don't drag anybody else into it. Don't lie to nobody. Take your lick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I mean, if you have to ride that wave until there's nothing left, then that's just what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? But don't involve anybody else into your shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? It's already enough heartbreak, enough promises being broken. You know what I'm saying? Things coming up missing, etc., etc. I don't have to carry on, because you know how us addicts are. So, you know, my thing is to get you a journal, you know what I'm saying, and write your feelings down. You know, get your plan together. You feel me? Get you, for is your idle time. You need to take and find something to fill that time with. You know what I mean? being it is whatever it is that you used to do. Everybody has a craft, something that they're good or great at. You know what I'm saying? You need to incorporate that in your day. You know what I'm saying? You need to take time to meditate throughout the day. Take time to yourself and evaluate yourself. You know what I'm saying? For wise as friends, relatives, associates, you need to evaluate that as well and circumcise your situation and your circle. People that doesn't mean you any good, and that's not going to add to your situation or your success. You need to cut them off. It's not going to be the best situation. I mean, if it's a lifelong friend, but they're more of an asset than anything else, if they're helping, if they're crippling you when it comes down to you being the best you that you need to be, you know what I'm saying? You need to cut them off. You need somebody that's going to be stern, somebody that's going to hold the ground and hold you accountable for everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Because this world that we live in is not a forgiving world at all. But if you have the tools necessary, you can succeed and be successful just like anyone else. The amount of time you put into lying to people, coercing, coming up with stories to find ways to get money, to get loaded, if you put just not even half of, you put just a quarter of that energy into yourself, into your craft, you can become a successful person. And that is, whatever it is you choose to do. You know what I'm saying? Ex-addicts are some of the most lucrative yet interesting but successful people in the world, because they've been through it. They know what it's like not to have. So when they do have, it's not a situation where they're going to abuse what they have. You know what I'm saying? And indirectly, they're more or less in a position to help out people, or put themselves in a position to where they can give back to, to the universe, basically. You know what I'm saying? All of the time that they've took for granted, you know what I'm saying, the time that they have left, they can use that time to motivate others and bring them up out of darkness. So, with that being said, these little programs that they got going on right now, it's not going to be long before it all cease. These grants for methadone clinics, Suboxone, these little programs they got going on, it's not going to last forever. I guarantee you. It's coming to an end. And before it comes to an end, you want to be that individual on the other side of the fence. You want to be clear-minded. You want to have other options available to yourself, and your family. You want to be well-rounded and sound mind so that you can make positive decisions for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, once you actually get on the other side, it's going to be nothing more than a horror story that you speak of. Because it's so much greatness you have in you. You know what I mean? You just have to tap into it. It's not that you're a throwaway. It's not that you're no good. It's not that you're worthless. You're just misunderstood, and right now you're sick. And I'm an individual that understands the severity of that. So, it might not be very many people that you hold close or you hold dear to your heart, but if you do have just one person that you can confide in, open yourself up to them. Explain yourself, talk to them, and let them know how you really feel. It don't have to be a mother, a father, a brother, a sister. It could be a friend, whoever. Get it out in the open, you know what I'm saying? Get it off of your chest. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep all of that energy, that negative energy bottled in. If you can't find somebody to talk to, get you a piece of paper, a notepad, and write it down. That way you can at least get it out. You know what I mean? So that you can circumvent your situation and approach it from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? Also, I would advise you to educate yourself as much as you can on these off-brand Suboxone, Subutex, Vivitrol, Methadone. Do your research on these different medications, and so that you are alert. You know what I'm saying? And whatever plan that you come up with, you can execute that to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to be ingesting something into your system, you know, our body is what, 70% water. So the body is very electric, put it to you that way. You know what I'm saying? So you want to take and make sure that you're producing the best results when it comes down to you and what you're doing for your body to overcome. You don't just want to be physically fit. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, you want to be strong as well. So I advise you to educate yourself as much as you can on these products. You know, when it comes down to Suboxone, Subutex, Methadone, so that when you do write your goals down or your plans down, that you execute them well. You know what I mean? Furthermore, you know, you're not going to be able to do this alone. So, you know, whatever higher power that you seek or whatever it is that you believe in, you're going to need the help of. You know what I'm saying? Because this, I mean, I call it dancing with the devil. You know, because literally that's what it seems like. And it's a way to overcome it. You know what I mean? And you can also be that person that people confide in once again. But it's just the journey that you have to take. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's all on you. You know what I'm saying? You only can receive what you put in. So, you know, in that case, of course, I just ask that you would make the best decisions that you can. Again, I'm an ex-addict, 35 years young, in the New Orleans area. So, I mean, I know it's not going to be easy. If you find yourself in a position where you're struggling, you know what I'm saying, you can reach me at DorianMichael28@gmail.com, or you can leave a message, or, you know, make sure you subscribe now, you know what I'm saying, because I'm getting ready to pop it off with this this channel, and I want the support of as many people as possible. Each one reach one, you know what I'm saying. So if you know somebody else in a similar position, you know what I'm saying, that you can reach out to, feel free to do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring awareness to everybody and get this thing under control. You know, I don't have all of the answers, but the resources and tools that I do have available, I'm willing to help in a way that I can. So until next time, be safe, God bless, stay healthy, each one reach one. Be safe. Damaged Goods, Part 2.